The Bubble Editor Powerup by Codeless Love is a community-maintained extension with dozens of features that all help improve your Bubble Editor experience. So a couple of great examples are syntax highlighting on your expressions. It gives you information about which parts of your expression are meaningful to different things. We've got things like dark mode. So at night, when your browser switches to dark mode, your system switches to dark mode, your entire editor also switches to dark mode. But of course, your website itself does not switch to dark mode because you have to do that on your own. Wherever you see a tiny little heart, that's an indication that there's a feature at play there. One of the other coolest features is at runtime, you can do things like toggle on and off debug mode. Let's turn it back on. And we have the Bubble Element Explorer, or B for short. On here, all you have to do is click on something and you'll get information about what the parent of that element is, what the children are, and you can navigate down to the children. And if you want to see the reusable that it's in, you've got that information. And if you want to open that particular element up, all you have to do is click on that element. It'll open a new tab and go to that page or on that reusable and take you exactly to that element. So to continue, let's just go through the features top to bottom. Now when you install this, you'll want to right click on this little puzzle and find the Codeless Love icon and pin it because you're going to use this often. All right, we've already talked about runtime features, and this is the App Interface Manager drop-down menu. That's this right here. So this is full screen, and we made some other improvements there. Very nice. You can collapse these, by the way. We already talked about dark mode, expression syntax highlighting. Bad practice warnings are warnings for different bad practices or bad habits that will give you a little tiny hint in context when you run into that problem. So I'm going to save this and reload to apply. And now I have a bad practice here of doing a search and then comparing the count to 0. I've got the little highlight there. And if I click on that, it'll actually take me to the reason why that is a discouraged or a bad practice and information about better practices. Multi-line expressions will actually make your expressions a little bit more readable by putting them on multiple lines. And once you enable that, you can also have a collapse and expand toggle available. We have a few features here for the expression composers. These are fixing issues where when you're trying to click in the expression composer, it can be difficult because the sizing is wrong. Just small improvements there. So our branch features start with a feature that names the tab whatever the name of your branch is. So I'm going to switch to tab F here. And now the name of my branch matches the name of my tab matches the name of my branch. Now, if I want to get rid of that, I've got the feature to bulk branch delete either here or inline. I'm going to show inline first. So we'll come up here and I can say delete that branch and it just deletes it instantly. By the way, you can also create new branches quickly off of any other branch. And then if you want to delete more than one at a time, you can use this to select and delete multiple at the same time. If your team members are always making changes in main, then you might want to discourage edits in main with this big red thing with an X on it. Now this does technically allow you to still make the changes, and so if you want to block those changes completely, then you can use this one and it will actually prevent you from using the main branch at all. We've got a couple of features here for the sidebar. First, we have a shortcut to go directly to the API connector. And here, the backend workflows button was red because when this change was introduced, it was very confusing for some people, kept accidentally clicking that. So nice to be able to go straight to the API connector. In the Style tab, we've got a change here named Highlight Style Variables on Hover. And this is a way for you to see what you're hovering over when you are hovering over something. It just makes it all gray. Now you might notice that there's these little heart indicators everywhere. If you don't like them, you can turn them off here. There's an experimental feature that allows you to drag to rearrange styles, but we're still working on that one. We're going to get it fixed soon. If you'd like to contribute and help us get this working, then please do. Left align the design canvas is actually my favorite. This one is particularly helpful in the old property editor where you're dragging around these windows, and you see how my design canvas is left aligned, and this area right here is free for me to put my property editor window. With this feature turned off, then I don't really have as much space here to use my window without getting in the way, and this is kind of useless over here. If you take a look at the element tree, there's a certain height here, and we can adjust that by changing the height. You can even customize it to a particular number. This is an important one. When you want to click on a privacy rule to check or uncheck it, you can click on the name so you don't have to get into that tiny little checkbox there. These options allow you to maximize the option sets and maximize the data type inputs. That's these right here. So these are cut off normally here, and you can't really see all the way out, but this will stretch as far as your browser will go now, both for option sets and for data. See, they go all the way. This feature allows you to move the option set gaps so that when you are at the last or first item, move down is in line with move down, and move up is in line with move up. When you are copying the database, it's really easy to accidentally make a mistake of maybe accidentally copying your development data into the live database when you didn't mean to, since they look very similar. And so we have a big red indicator and a big green indicator. The green indicator makes sure that we don't have a false negative, where if the plugin is not enabled for some reason and you're not expecting to see red, you might click on this and think, I didn't see red, and so I'm good. The green tells you green is good and it's enabled. Red tells you be careful, be sure you know what you're doing, you're copying development into live. A lot of people did not like this update. Never fear. You can go back to the old way, kind of, with wrap left to right. Just like old times. These folders were a little bit hard to see initially, and so we put something that allows you to see them easier and toggle them easier, clicking in any place instead of just the little triangle. Stalled merge detector. Oftentimes when there is a stall on merging, you don't know it. And so this detects that when it happens and gives you some advice on how to fix the issue. It's actually quite a simple fix, and some people just don't know it. And so this just tells you what you need to do to fix it, only when that happens. And then last, example feature, because if you are interested in contributing your own feature, this is an open source project. You can come to GitHub and you can go into features here and you can find that example feature right here. And all you have to do to put script or CSS in the extension is write your JavaScript in here or write your CSS in there. And so it's a very simple process to make your own feature. You take this example feature, you copy it, you paste it, and you modify these files as you need to, and then you can submit a pull request. So you too can be a contributor. You can add your own new feature, and if you do, then we will note you as a contributor like we do here. So there are plenty of contributors who have contributed to various features. We'll give you a little link to whatever website you want to as well. And you can either contribute to an existing feature or make a completely new feature. Let's say you're not really ready to be coding. You can come over here to issues and you can contribute just by clicking on new issue and making a recommendation. This is sort of like Bubble's idea board. You can also tweet me, at me on Twitter, whatever, or post here and just make your suggestion, and we might work on implementing it. If you'd like to be an alpha tester, you can join our workspace. Just go to Codeless Love and then click on the Slack workspace, and it will take you to it. And there we will give you early access to, we'll tell you how to get early access to the in-development version, the alpha testing, and you can help us out by testing before anybody else gets it at the Chrome Web Store. And of course, to get the link to the Chrome Web Store, you can either search for it or you can follow this link here. I'm making this video right now. That's why this one's broken, because I'm making this one. Anyway, thank you very much for using the Powerup extension. I hope that you find it useful. Please let me know if there's anything that we can do to make it better, and consider telling a friend and consider contributing. Thanks a lot.